Good evening, my fellow stress avoiders. Tonight we are going to continue with this look at the things that we voluntarily put in our body and whether they add to stress or whether they lead us away from stress, in other words, help alleviate it. We were looking yesterday at depression. And I'm going to put forward that I have no qualification in nutrition. Everything that I know about it, I have found in various places, including on the internet, but also in magazines and books. And I know what applies to me and my body. And there being almost 8 billion of us on the planet, it follows that not everybody is me, and therefore people have different physiologies, so what might affect me in one way will affect others in less. And I'll give you as an example alcohol. Okay, I'll just pick alcohol because some people are more susceptible to it than others, and that can be due to the fact that some people are more seasoned and some people have never had a drink in their lives. So I remember the first alcoholic drink that I had as a teenager. It was relatively small. It would be the equivalent of half a glass of wine, and it made me feel very, very flushed. So that is an example. Now that I'm an adult, I can drink maybe 4 times that amount, which would be just over a litre, 2 pints, and beer is stronger now as well. They brew beer a lot stronger, so yes, I would be able to drink a lot more of that particular strength of beer than I was able to at the time, and still hold a coherent conversation. I'm not sure that I'd be in any way fit to drive or operate machinery or anything like that. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only thing I would be fit to do would to go and sleep. Be the most gainful thing to do. Okay, so anyway, the point is that some people also are allergic to some things as well, and that has to be borne in mind. And there's usually a good reason why your body is allergic to something, because, as I said, there are 8 billion of us. We're not clones, and our physiologies are different. So, another case in point, when I meditate, because I'm a thinking kind of person, live inside my head a lot, one, I fall asleep, but two, my experience is very different to what the teacher in my transcendental meditation class described would happen. It's very different. I typically do not experience that at all. I either after 15 seconds start and doze off, and it's almost as if I've napped. And I reckon that maybe 10% of people are like me. And so getting to the point, anything I say, anything anybody says in videos should be taken with the attitude that it may or may not work for you. And another case in point is diets. I mean, some people are happily vegan, other people, their body just can't take it. And there's the keto and the paleo diets, which are basically high protein and in fact high animal protein sources, and they won't do for a lot of people as well. But you get people who are nutritional experts saying, "Oh, fruit is evil, it's got sugar in," blah. Well, not for everybody. There are plenty of people on the planet, entire populations, who do live on fruit-based or largely fruit-based diets, and they're very, very healthy. Salt is supposed to be evil, and yet the macrobiotic diet from, I believe it's from Japan, is heavily salt-based and involves eating a lot of rice also, I believe. But again, if you listen to the keto people, rice is totally evil. It's a grass and da 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 da. Point I'm making is approach all these things with a certain amount of caution. So that is why the main point before we finish is that if you decide wholeheartedly to adopt one lifestyle, for example a keto lifestyle, it may adversely affect your physiology, and it's a form of stress. It may not be your boss yelling down your ear hole every 10 seconds and being unreasonable, but anything which has an adverse effect on your biochemistry is a form of stress. So if you feel stressed, don't immediately assume that it's got to be your life at work or your relationships with your family. It could be that you are contributing to that by weakening yourself, and that is something that you might want to experiment with, because as we've said many times, if you make small changes, cumulatively they add up and they add to your inner strength and enable you to fight back at stress and cope with stress and manage it a lot more efficiently. Okay, that's it for tonight. We'll start looking at some things which may or may not do you good tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.